Hey guys, welcome back. In this video, there's kind of a lot going on, but it's still fun recording and playing the game. But basically, now I'm gonna show the red fox's habitat because I did some stuff off camera, and there's a lot more stuff in here. Um, the red fox's names are Lisa and Christos. I don't know how to pronounce that, but the black one is Lisa. I think she's adorable. I feel like the black with the like goldenish brown eyes is just really cute. They're more on the cold side, like goldish yellow, orange. I don't know. Um, and then the white one, I love him. Like I love them both. They're so adorable, and I know their babies will definitely be adorable. If I can get the camera angle right, there we go. That's Christos. I don't know how to pronounce that at all. I didn't give them these names. That was their names that they had when I got them from the trade thingy. But I definitely do need to give them better names. Now I'm about to move my shops because they're like, I don't know, I just feel like they're too close and they need to be backed up a little because you don't want them to be too close, I guess. And then after this, I'm gonna build like I don't really know what it's called, but like a area where people can eat, like kind of a dining area. But I don't know if you could call it a dining area. I mean, I guess it is a dining area, but um now we're in a time lapse and I'm trying to build like a kind of like a plant pot but with a tree in it. Um I just need to find the right size mulch or whatever it's called. Um, but I feel like the trees are gonna be too big. Um, Maybe not. That looks good. Have to figure out what bench I want because the green benches, not benches, the green picnic tables look really good with the tree color. It just goes well together. Okay, now I'm gonna add some sort of like, uh, not a barrier, like a fence type thing around the, like, eating area, dining area, whatever you want to call it, just to add some better looks to it. This definitely wasn't the best choice to use for this, but I think it's like the best looking thing, and it all together like looks good. It's just the way they are. It's kind of weird connecting them, but we'll we'll figure it out, I guess. I'm gonna put these here to make like to put little plants on them. Um, I'm not sure what plants I'm gonna put on them, but some sort of plants just because, I don't know, I feel like that little corner piece is like cute, I guess. And now I'm realizing the tree is kind of big and like in the way. Because who wants to be going around a huge tree when you're going to sit down to eat? So now I'm going to add some trash cans, and this is not going according to plan. That does not look good at all. I wanted to try to put the trash cans in the middle, but it doesn't look good. So I'm going to do it a little differently, and yeah. Now I'm searching for a plant to put in the corner here. I wanted to do these cactuses, but they're too big. And these cactuses are also, like, pretty large. Not very pleasing to see. Now I'm gonna work on some scenery over here because it's a little bare, and you know, just want a little bit of, I don't know, something that makes the zoo look better and not so boring and bland. I don't know, a little bit of plants can change your zoo a lot. It can make a freaking huge difference. Now I'm extending my path, so I can build a habitat for a capybara. Not a capybara, more than one capybara. I love capybaras. I love them, but they breed so fast. It's not even funny. Well, like they don't breed fast, but like they live in larger groups, and then they breed a lot. Like all of them breed a lot, and it just you end up with like a billion capybaras. But either way, I love capybaras, no matter how fast they breed. Now I'm like fixing the barrier, or attempting to fix the barrier, because it's wonky and just not pleasing to see. Because I mean, if you go in a zoo and you see a like wonky barrier, you're not gonna be very, I don't know. I wouldn't really trust a zoo with wonky barriers, because if the barriers are wonky, who knows how well they're actually built, and the animal could escape and then attack you at any moment. Obviously, that can't happen in Planet Zoo. I mean, they can escape. They won't attack. Um, but yeah. This really isn't big enough. I mean, it is big enough, but I feel like once I add everything, it's not gonna be big enough. And yeah, like already you can see it's not gonna be big enough. Trying to change, just some, like add some stuff to the water, make it look a little more pleasing to look at. I mean, not that the capybaras care, but I care. And maybe the guests care, you never know. All I know is I care, and that's what matters. Well, maybe that doesn't matter more than everything else. I feel like, the animals liking the habitat and thriving in the habitat is a little more important than how I care about how it looks. But, oh wow. Now I'm adding, like, just some rocks and little boulder type things just for decoration, and I decided to look and see what other animals capybaras can live with, to see if maybe I wanted to do like I don't know what you would call it, like a double habitat, I guess? No. Like a habitat with more than one species in it, because that would be cool, but I decided not to do that because the habitat's not big enough. And I'm also fixing the fox barriers, because they can escape from there, which I didn't realize, but oh well. I'll just keep fixing it until I can't fix it anymore. Should be going back to the capybara habitat soon. Oh, the people were escaping from the zoo because a fox got out. I mean, it's really not that serious. What is a red fox gonna do to you? Foxes are like, I don't know, big cat dogs. They're like a mix of a cat and a dog. But now I'm back to adding more rocks in the habitat around the little pond type thing. I don't know what you would call it. I guess it's kind of a pond. Ponds can be pretty small sometimes, I guess. Now time to add some hard shelter for them, which this is too small. Maybe not. Maybe it's not too small. I don't know. We'll have to see. Now I'm gonna add some fence things to have like a little eating area for them, like with their food and water. Cause I don't know, that's just what I want to do. None of the water things can fit in there with the food, which is kind of annoying, but it's okay. Now I'm adding this, like, I think it's a fish feeder in the water. But I'm also gonna add like food enrichment in there. More food enrichment now, like toy enrichment. I forget what it's called. It might actually be called toy enrichment, but I do not know. Added some little, I really don't know what they're called, but like effects to the water. And now I'm like looking at more enrichment to add to the habitat because they need a decent amount of enrichment, because what animal doesn't need enrichment? And I like am adding more plants and stuff, or looks, I guess, because the looks do matter. No matter what anyone says, the looks do matter when it comes to the game anyway. Now I'm like changing the color of the fence because I want to see like if it looks better, and it does look better. Now I'm getting my capybaras because you can't have a capybara habitat with no capybaras. There's not many available, and most of them have horrible genetics, but you gotta do what you gotta do. And I accidentally still had red foxes selected, and I didn't even notice that. But, oh wow, it's easy fix. And now I have to find the best capybaras that I can find because there's not many good ones. Because, I don't know. Just wasn't a lucky time to be looking at capybaras, I guess. I will end up getting more eventually, but I definitely do wish that there were some better capybaras available because, I don't know, I feel like there could definitely be some capybaras that are a lot better than the capybaras that are available, because most of their genetics are like insanely bad. It's not even funny. They're probably mostly inbred. Not all of them, but a decent bit of them, because a decent bit of them, their genetics are so bad, it's not even funny. Like these two right here, their genetics are so low, like mostly fertility and immunity. Oh my gosh, immunity. It's horrible. And there wasn't many choices for males, which really sucked because all of the male choices sucked. And I really wanted an albino one, so I got one with 0% fertility, even though I wanted one with good fertility so that they could have babies. Because I want albino babies. Imagine how cute that would be. But can't always get what you want, I guess. Now I'm sending my capybaras to quarantine to make sure they don't spread diseases to each other. It's not for sure that they could have diseases, but you never know. Just gotta take precautions just in case. Now I have to wait for them to be ready to get out of quarantine. And now they are in the habitat. And I'm sending them away because I decided the habitat's way too small. So we're going to do something a little different, like completely different from my original plan. I'm going to build a habitat that is like underground, and I'm moving everything out of the way so that I can. And I'm doing paths around the habitat so that people can like walk around and see the habitat, and no one will complain about the view because they'll have a good view from pretty much anywhere that they stand. The only thing about doing this is it causes some issues with the terrain, which I can fix, but still pretty annoying. Now I'm adding barriers down here so that it can count as a habitat, because otherwise it's not a habitat, is it? The barriers are going to be placed very ugly, but it really doesn't matter because you can't see the barriers when you're not on the barrier thing, so there's like no issue with it, and it's like it just doesn't matter. That's what I'm trying to say. And I'm trying to figure out like how I can connect the habitat door from up there to down there, which is not going to work out no matter what I do. It's not possible. So I have a better idea, but I don't know. I don't know how I would do that, so that's why I'm trying to figure out any possible way that I can do the habitat door from up there to the bottom where the habitat is. but it's just not possible no matter how I try. So I'm just gonna have to figure something else out because I have no other choice. Even when I build around this, like I'm building around it with the walls of the habitat, but then I realize that that is so stupid because how is the caretakers and keepers and whatever gonna get into the habitat if there's no way down to the habitat? It's not possible at all. Um, Sometimes I just gotta use my brain because I really wasn't using my brain. I also was thinking about doing this path across, but it's just like in the way. It's really big and in the way. And now I lost some footage, and here's the habitat. Um, I don't know where that footage went at all. I have no clue because I did delete some footage, but I know I didn't delete that footage. But now I'm gonna expand the habitat and make it pretty much double its size, which does end up causing me some trouble because it just causes a lot of problems, but I figure everything out and it's fine. Um, and now I'm trying to fix up the terrain as best as I can. There's not really much that I can do to fix it without spending like 500 hours on it, which is fine because what I end up doing looks pretty decent. It doesn't look bad or anything. I actually really like how the habitat ended up turning out. It turned out pretty good in my opinion. That's just my personal opinion though. Um, I'm trying to figure out if I can like turn the walls that I use. What just happened? More lost footage. Okay, here's the completed habitat, I guess. I don't know where all of that footage went because oh my gosh. Okay. Next video will be a lot better than this one because there won't be so much missing footage. And now I'm looking at the fox's habitat because I fixed the walls of their habitat because they kept escaping, which sucked. And I think I'm gonna end up like moving their habitat because I need to move their habitat. Um, because it's too small and there's just quite a few issues with it. Also, I built this like underground pathway to the capybara's habitat, and now I'm gonna build like a wall type thing around it with the same thing that I use for like the eating area, like the same wall type thing. And I did look at like another fence type thing before that, but it just wasn't gonna do it. I know it looks weird right now, but trust the process. I'm gonna fill in those little gaps with more walls and just make them be under, and it's gonna look a lot better than it's currently looking. And now I'm gonna do what I just said I was gonna do, and I'm gonna put it like underneath, kind of. And yeah, it does look pretty funky, I know, but it looks a lot better than I expected it to look because I've never done anything like this before, ever. And I'm fixing up the terrain with some like short grass because I'm not a fan of the long grass. And then I do it oh no, I did it with long grass. Never mind. Now I'm adding more trash cans because trash cans are an absolute necessity. Without trash cans, your zoo is gonna be filled with trash. You'll have more trash than you have animals. Even if you have 1,000 animals, you'll have 1,000 times the amount of animals that you have in trash because that's just how it is. I'm adding this I was adding the viewing dome to the staff area and then adding the capybaras back to their habitat. Um I don't know what I'm doing right now. Oh, I was comparing them, and then I realized they're from the same zoo, which means they're brothers. And if they're brothers, I don't want one of them to breed with one girl and then another to breed with another girl, and then their babies have babies together, and then it be considered incest because the babies would, like, technically be cousins, and I'm pretty sure that that could count it as incest. I really don't know. I just don't want to risk anything because I want my animals to have like good genetics and everything. So I like to take precautions, you know. Now I'm adding speakers around their habitat so people can um get education on the capybaras, and they'll be able to listen from wherever they are around it. And then I am looking at my capybaras, and this one in the water is so cute. He looks like, I don't know, he just looks so cute. I love it. And then here we have Venda, which I turned on contraception for him so that he doesn't have babies. Oh, apparently we already have capybara babies. I forgot about that. When we lost a lot of footage, um, we lost the fact that there was babies. I'm pretty sure there were 3 that were born, I think. Don't take my word for it, because I honestly have no clue. But yeah, we already have babies, which was very unexpected. It just happened out of nowhere when I was fixing the red fox's walls or their barriers, because I had the game playing while I was fixing the barriers, because when you're playing, it makes you, like, when you have it unpaused, you gain money, and I wanted to be gaining money while I was doing it just in case. I don't know. Now I'm fixing up the terrain, and I really wish that I didn't lose all that footage because I did put a lot of effort into this habitat. I spent like 2 hours on, well, in total I spent 2 days on this habitat, but like in like hours wise, I guess, like time wise, I spent probably 2 or 3 hours on it. Um, and now I'm making all the speakers be capybaras, and then I realized a lot of them are red, which means a lot of them aren't working. So I have to add more of the, like, what are they called? Not facilities, the, like, electrical things. Um, I'm also adding the water things because you want to make sure that their water is clean and safe for them to be in and safe for them to drink. I also decided to add some staff rooms, just because if I was a zoo worker or whatever, I wouldn't want to have to walk all the way across the zoo to go grab an animal or to just do whatever zoo staff do, you know? And then I have to move these over because it would affect the guests negatively, which is so annoying because why are they going to complain that I'm taking care of my animals? They should be happy and be grateful that these animals are well taken care of and I'm doing my best to keep them the best that I can. Yeah. Another thing is the viewing entrance does not work, so I don't know why I didn't delete that. But the viewing entrance is still there, and along with the viewing dome, even though it's not accessible at all. But yeah, that's it for this video. I hope y'all enjoyed.